What's going on? It's time to talk about a film called The Incredible Petrified World from 1959. It was released November 12th, 1959, starring John Carradine, Robert Clark, and Phyllis Coates. Written by John W. Steer and produced and directed by Jerry Warman, who's also done films like The Wild World of Batwoman, Teenage Zombies, Man Beast, Curse um, of the Stone Hand. Yeah, other B movies and stuff like that. So, Incredible Petrified World basically is a sci-fi adventure film. It's supposed to capitalize on like Journey to the Center of the Earth and stuff like that. Those type of stories were big back in this day. And yeah, this is sort of like Unknown World, a film I talked about a few days in a couple videos back. But yeah, this one takes place underwater. So basically, some deep sea divers and some scientists go into a submarine and they try to go as deep as they can in the ocean and to see what's down there. So they start going down, and yeah, they finally. But then once they get to a certain depth, they find these like caverns which actually have air pockets in them, and so they go exploring underneath there, where they run into like weird creatures, like stock footage of a Komodo dragon for 5 seconds, and a lot of caves, and they're not sure how to get back up once they're in there. Also, there's some weird stock footage of like a shark fighting a squid and stuff like that you see when they're going down, because it's stuff you've never seen before in the bottom of the ocean. And yeah, and once they get down there though, they have trouble. The gear sort of like starts malfunctioning and stuff. They have trouble trying to get to the surface, so it puts the team in turmoil, and it's up to them to try to work together to try to get back to the surface and move on. So yeah, it's entertaining, I guess. Adventure film. There's a lot of stock footage of animals and fish and everything like that in this film, though, that you see in like countless other films. So it was amusing. Some of that looked interesting. The whole premise of the story, though, is pretty lame, to say the least. Like, it's unknown world, just underwater, with like a couple stock footage of animals and the same problems that people have when they get stuck in these caverns and like areas. And it's just like, I don't know. um, there is some amusing parts to it, but overall, the whole story, the characters are bland in this film quite a bit. Um, yeah, they seem pretty dumb too. And yeah, that just didn't seem like the film knew where it was going. It was more like, okay, now we're in this area. What can we do here? What shots can we substitute in here to pad out the runtime and stuff? So, if you're into like diving films and stuff like that, like The Deep or the Abyss, like the first half, you love the first half of The Abyss, you might find this interesting, but for the most part, it's pretty underwhelming. There's not very any big monsters or anything like that. Like they see the Komodo dragon thing, or they see the Komodo dragon thing, and yeah, they're like, oh, look at that lizard, and then just walk away. It's just like, really? Like, they could have put more thought and energy into like how the characters react to like these creatures and stuff like that underneath, and it kind of needed a little more thought out. But I think this is like one of those films that was probably rushed out to capitalize on like a bigger film that's more in-depth and creative than this. It is in black and white too, so I know a lot of people probably won't even check it out, but it was amusing. It's one of those like really silly B movies from that era. So yeah, but for me, I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5. It wasn't really. I like the stock, how they incorporated the stock footage and stuff of like the fish and everything like that. I thought that made it flow a little bit better, but they really need to work on like the characters, make them more likable, enjoyable, so you can continue on your journey instead of just being like, oh, what the hell are they gonna see next? Oh, okay, they're just gonna move on from that now. Okay, like it was pretty redundant and pretty boring to say the least. So yeah, Incredible Petrified World wasn't really what I was expecting, and it wasn't really interesting or that good. So yeah, There is links to a trailer and possibly the film if I can find it again, down below. So if you want to check it out, it's all down there. Also, my Instagram's always down there, so I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. So make sure you follow me there. I also had the title and a hashtag, just in case you're interested to see what I'm watching. It's in there somewhere. Also, I put the subgenre film in there too on the film clip. So if it's something you're not interested in, you're aware of it at least. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop, like this video, share it if you really want to, comment down below your opinions of the film. If you've seen it, were you as bored as I was, or did you absolutely love this film? Love to hear your opinions on it, so make sure you comment those down below. If you have any other films that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below. Try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. I think I'm not going to do very many B movies for the next little while, but we'll see. I change my mind all the time. But yeah, if they are, they're probably going to be from like the mid 2000s, not like way back in the 50s. So yeah, so these last like 12 videos are all about like cheesy, really low rated B movies, and I can kind of see why. But yeah, they're usually all pretty easy to find though and stuff. But yeah, that's it for this one. So I guess I'll see you in the next review. Cheers.